Hello guys, and welcome to the first of many USATT equipment reviews. I am Matt Hetherington. I'm going to be hosting and performing these equipment reviews hopefully once each week with our various equipment partners. And the first equipment review that we have produced is with JOOLA and is of the Maxxx 450 table tennis rubber. So I went down to my club at USATT Table Tennis Center and decided to put the rubber to its tests with former US national team member Judy Hugh, and hopefully you enjoy this video and get some insights into what the rubber is like. So the JOOLA Maxxx 450 is a combination of a new surface technology and a 45-degree medium geo sponge, and it's recommended by JOOLA for players who prefer a spin-oriented attacking game and have a strong area playing maybe half distance from the table. I found almost straight away when I was playing with it that when I played forehand, it was very well suited to playing a more spin-oriented game. You can see I kind of hang back a little mid-distance and I can get a good arc and good control on the ball. In saying that, I did try a few things with the backhand. It does have strengths as a backhand rubber. I felt though throughout this review that it was definitely more suited for my forehand. So you can see even when I move up closer I still have very good control and a very good arc on the ball. Very good safety. It's a good safe rubber. So you can see here as I'm blocking on the backhand, I found it was very good for keeping a low trajectory, and that was one of the great areas for playing backhand. So I really put it through its paces across a lot of different areas. As I said, being a more spin oriented rubber, it was great for opening up, and it doesn't lose out on power. It's quite an elastic rubber. I think the combination of the top sheet and the sponge has worked together really well to give it quite a lot of range. So you can see here changing ball direction even when I'm not in position, and you'll see that a lot throughout this review. When I got stuck a little bit closer to my body or out wide, it's a very feeling based rubber, and you can still generate quite a lot of good spin with your hands even if you're not in the best position. One of the things I did find was when I was playing backhand counter drive, it was a little bit harder to generate spin. You need to use a little bit more wrist when you're playing just backhand to backhand, but even with the backhand, once you wind up and you play through the ball, you can get a very high amount of spin. So here, once we move further back from the table, it is not as powerful further back from the table, but you can still generate a heavy amount of spin and quite a high arc, and you'll see I'm really trying to drive a high arc ball to keep the ball over the net and get good clearance. You'll see, as I was saying, when I get stuck closer to my body, when I get played out wide, I can still generate a decent amount of spin and power with my hands. And I felt that was one of the strengths of the rubber, is that even when you don't transfer a lot of weight, you can still create a reasonably high quality ball. I also put the rubber through a lot of different serve and return exercises. I was able to keep the ball very low over the net across all of my serves and even my short pushes, no matter what spin I played on the ball. During these serve and receive exercises, I found it was very good for heavy spin on the fifth ball and picking up the half long ball, and then transferring into a more powerful shot on the follow-up. So it does have those two distinct gears where you can spin the first ball up and then really drive through the second ball. Overall, I thought it was a really good rubber to play with. It's a good feeling rubber for players who like to spin with their hands. It's a great rubber for opening up and then following up strong. So overall, a great forehand rubber for spinning and transferring the power on the next ball. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Attached with this in the website on USATT.org, there is a written review as well. We'll be doing these reviews every week. So please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because next week we have the Butterfly SK7 Corbel review coming up. Thank you guys.